Have you ever wondered about the true impact of that juicy steak on your plate? Not just on your health, but on our planet as well? Today, we're diving deep into the complex world of red meat consumption. Red meat has been a staple in human diets across cultures for millennia. But in recent years, it's become increasingly controversial, with passionate advocates on both sides of the debate. Some praise its nutritional density, while others point to concerning health risks and environmental impacts. So, what's the truth? Is red meat a nutritional powerhouse or a health hazard? Can we enjoy it sustainably? Let's explore the evidence together and find out. The relationship between red meat and heart health is complex but concerning. Studies consistently show that processed red meats like bacon and sausages are strongly linked to cardiovascular disease, with a 20 to 30% higher risk for every 50 grams consumed daily. Unprocessed meats like beef and pork show a weaker but still significant association of about 15% increased risk. But why exactly does this happen? Several mechanisms are at play here. First, red meat is rich in saturated fats, particularly palmitic acid, which raises LDL cholesterol, the kind that drives atherosclerosis. Research shows that just a 5% increase in saturated fat intake correlates with a 17% higher cardiovascular disease risk. Then there's Heme iron, abundant in red meat, which catalyzes lipid peroxidation, generating free radicals that damage the cells lining your blood vessels and promote arterial plaque formation. And let's not forget TMAO, Trimethylamine N-oxide. When gut microbes metabolize carnitine, which is abundant in red meat, they produce TMAO, a compound that impairs cholesterol metabolism and enhances platelet aggregation. High levels of TMAO can double your cardiovascular disease risk. Large studies back these concerns. The Nurses' Health Study, which followed over 84,000 participants, found that processed meat intake increased coronary heart disease mortality by 21%. And a 2023 meta-analysis in Circulation confirmed TMAO's role in atherosclerosis progression. But cardiovascular disease isn't the only concern. Red meat consumption also shows strong links to type 2 diabetes. Processed red meat increases diabetes risk by a whopping 46% per 50 grams consumed daily, while unprocessed red meat raises it by 19%. What's behind this connection? Once again, Heme iron plays a role. Excess iron storage from Heme induces oxidative stress in pancreatic beta cells, impairing insulin secretion. It also promotes insulin resistance in the liver through mitochondrial dysfunction. When you cook meat at high temperatures, like grilling, you produce advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These compounds bind to receptors in your fat tissue, triggering inflammation and insulin resistance. And the nitrites and nitrates used in processed meats may damage pancreatic beta cells and reduce insulin sensitivity. The EPIC Interact study, which included over 340,000 participants, linked heme iron intake to a 31% higher type 2 diabetes risk. But there's good news. A 2024 study in diabetes care found that substituting red meat with plant proteins, such as legumes, can lower diabetes risk by 30%. Perhaps most concerning is red meat's link to cancer. The World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen, the same category as tobacco and asbestos. Daily consumption of 100 grams of red meat increases colorectal cancer risk by 17%. How your meat is processed and cooked significantly affects its health impact. Processed meats contain nitrates and nitrites as preservatives, which form carcinogenic nitrosamines in your gut. The high sodium content in cured meats also elevates hypertension risk. Cooking techniques matter too. Grilling or frying at high temperatures produces heterocyclic amines, 10 nanograms per gram in medium rare steak versus 50 nanograms per gram in well done. But here's an interesting tip. Marinating meat with antioxidants like rosemary or garlic can reduce HCA formation by an impressive 90%. Context matters tremendously. Diets high in red meat often lack protective foods rich in fiber and antioxidants, amplifying potential risks. Pairing red meat with cruciferous vegetables like broccoli can mitigate the effects of harmful compounds through ingredients like sulforaphane. So where does this leave us? The evidence suggests that moderate, mindful red meat consumption can be part of a healthy diet, but with important caveats. Choose unprocessed, lean cuts. Cook them properly, using methods that minimize harmful compound formation. Limit portions to 3 to 4 servings per week. And balance your diet with plenty of plant foods. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.